What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Daredevil. You guys can see that I went ahead and tier 3'd him. I wanted to give you guys my input and thoughts on Daredevil and let you know whether or not you should be tier 3ing him. But these are just early impressions. I haven't had a lot of time to play him. Maybe an hour I got to toy with this guy for a little bit and just to see what he can do. I'm not even sure if I got a really good set rotation worked out for him. Because in some of the runs I did, I was doing more damage than other runs. I mean, substantially more damage in certain runs compared to other runs. So I think some things I'm going to have to change, maybe the way I do the rotations, maybe time things a little bit better, especially if you're playing with a proc. But the uniform looks awesome. I mean, this is something we come to expect from Nat Marvel. And by the way, I'm not going to go into all the details about the update, but I do just want to let you all know that I'm very happy with it. I am going to be spending a little money on this update because I am very happy with it. I'm glad they put Icarus in the future pass. I'm glad they added Mephisto, which is something that we definitely needed. Sick and tired of fighting Knull, so I thought that was awesome that they put that in here. But Daredevil, they did a lot for him, and whenever you take him to tier 3, you actually gets a pretty substantial physical attack bump. I mean, he gained over 8,000 physical attack on my account, which is pretty damn insane. He has 30,300 physical attack, and then I do have 121 attack speed, and you don't need max attack speed for him because he actually gets 10% attack speed from his 4th skill. He has 53% crit rate, but he gets 35% crit rate from his 4th skill, so he's going to have max critical rate most of the time. He's going to have max critical damage, max ignore defense, and max skill cooldown. He does have 50% dodge, and the dodge is very important for Daredevil because he actually gets a heal from his uniform effect, which is nice. Every time he dodges on a 9-second cooldown, he gets a 30% recovery heal, which is wonderful, right? That's pretty damn cool. I do have 5-star physical attack Urus. That's it. I haven't upgraded the build anymore because I'll probably end up changing the obelisk, so I didn't want to slap on a bunch of other Urus. But he, on his tier 3, he has 100% ignore dodge. He has a 40% increase of all attack, which is awesome. That means after you do this tier 3, when you go into his other skills, he's going to have 40% increase of all attack. That is fantastic. Similar to the Hawk, which is awesome. And then his passive gives him the guaranteed dodge rate, which is really good, especially for that heal. And then extra skill damage. The 1 has a stun, the 2 has a stun bomb. The 3, big money maker right here. You got paralysis, you have damage accumulation that starts off at plus 1%. It has a 3-second immunity, and it's got a damage proc by 80%. And the beautiful thing about this skill is you can just cancel it. You get a damage accumulation. As soon as you cancel, you get the immunity. You get the 80% damage proc, which is great. And then you can go into another skill, have that damage proc on another skill, and get the damage accumulation. The 4th skill has an all defense down, and this is pretty awesome. His 4th and his 5th skill both have all defense down that start off at 60% and go up to 60%. So he gets 60% instantly, which is awesome. And something I didn't even show just a second ago is he does have leadership, which means when he uses White Fox, he's going to have 84% all defense down when he uses the 4 and 5. It's going to make him really strong against the regular world bosses. However, it won't play a factor against Knull or the last couple phases of Thanos or Mephisto, but still really awesome. And then he's got an all attack buff on his 4th skill by 35%. There's the all speed and the crit rate buff by 35%. This is on a 8-second cooldown, and it lasts for 8 seconds, so you can pretty much keep this up almost all the time. And it has 5 seconds of invincibility, which is really great because it gives him native super armor. The 5th skill, again, there's that all defense down. The 1 gives him 70% ignore dodge. And a lot of people, when they saw this, they thought, oh, he's going to be a Knull killer. He's going to be a Knull killer. Having max ignore dodge? Oh, hell yeah. That's what everybody's thinking, which we will test today. Now, when it comes to Daredevil's rotation, again, I just haven't really worked it out. I haven't got to play with him very long. But what I'm doing right now, because he has such a long cooldown on that 5, I mean, it's a 10-second cooldown, which sucks. Which pretty much tells us all, rage, rage, rage. But he can play well with the proc. He can. He isn't too bad to play with the proc in all honesty, but I do believe the rage is going to be a lot better. What I do is I hit the 3, and then I go into the 5, get the damage accumulation from the 3, and I go into the 5. And that 5 does a lot of damn damage, especially at the end with that kick there. And then I go into the 4. The reason I do it like this is, and against Knull, you probably could do it differently. But the reason I do it like this is because whenever you're facing like Proxima, he is a physical attacking character, you are going to be running around a lot because of that long cooldown, that 5. You're not going to have much survivability. This 5 is not a full iframe. He's going to come out of that iframe, and right there, he's completely vulnerable. So I like to hit the 4 as soon as he comes out of that iframe. Now you can do it any way you want. I actually tried doing the 3-4, and that does a lot of damage too. The 4 and the 5 both do really good damage. So I just go 3, 5, 4, then I might throw in the 2, 1, and then I go 3, 5, 4, and then maybe the tier 3. The tier 3 is pretty cool. If we turn on the SFX here, turn that on. It's a pretty cool tier 3. I actually really like this thing. So cool, right? And you can actually cancel this skill whenever he starts doing his slashes. Now he does a lot of damage here at the end there where you've seen all them slashes. He does a lot of damage. So we're going to turn that SFX back off. We're going to build up his skills again here. Okay. And we'll just wait here. By the way, his 4 and 5s are really cool. Very long skills. But whenever you do the tier 3, as soon as he goes into a slash, right there, you can see we're getting the residual damage from the tier 3. Now, the way that I'm playing him is I try to time that tier 3, get the residual damage from it. I try to cancel it early and then go into the 3-4. Now, that might not be the best way because I did notice sometimes when I did the tier 3, sometimes if you just let it play out, he does so much damage at the end. But here's the thing. When your proc finishes on a regular normal damage proc, and you cancel the tier 3, you get the residual damage from the tier 3, and then you go into the 3-4 or the 3-5, you're going to get the residual damage from the tier 3 and all the damage from the 4, the 5, all at the same time. So you would think that you're actually going to do more damage, and that's the way that I'm playing him so far. Again, I haven't tested him a whole lot. Haven't got to play with him very much. I do have a Stage 8 Overdrive set, and this is an ideal set for him because you don't really need the attack speed. I probably will end up fully awakening, and this is really the one thing where he's slacking on the build. I don't have the max Urus, but I mean I do have 5-star physical attack Urus on each gear, and all of his stats are going to be maxed out, especially when I do that 4th skill. So this is one area I could bump him up a little bit, and I am using a CTP of energy. I can tell you guys that this obelisk made a massive difference in how much damage Daredevil does. It made a big difference. I don't know if it's because I have the 2% pierce and the chain hit damage really synergizes with that. I imagine that definitely has something to do with it. But he also does a tremendous amount of hits. And CTPs of energy, they make a big difference on characters that do a lot of hits. That's where that chain hit damage comes in handy. And then I do have a mythic uniform. And on the uniform, you got Red Guardian for the first one. You got Iceman for the second one, which really sucks. You have Captain America, which is great. A lot of people are going to have that uniform. Then you have Mr. Fantastic. This is actually decent because a lot of people will have this uniform. It just sucks. It's a native tier 2, so it's a very expensive uniform to level up. And then we have some crit rate here from Dr. Octopus. A lot of people are going to have this uniform also, and they're probably going to have it leveled up. So that's actually pretty good. And the dodge is really important because, 1, it's going to increase the survivability, but 2, you're going to have the extra chances of getting these heals. So if we go into World Boss, and we take on old Proxy, we'll try stage 90. We are going to use White Fox for the 60% damage of supervillains, and then this all debuff effect leadership is going to bump up Daredevil. We will put strikers in here. These are all damage to supervillain strikers, and we'll just do a little gameplay to show you guys how strong he is with the build that I currently have. I do have about 66% physical attack on my cards in total, again with 2% pierce. So we'll switch to Daredevil, and again I'm just going to do the 3-5, and I'm doing this for survivability, guys. Going to the 4. Not bad, not bad. And again, I do it the way that I do it. Let's go into the tier 3. And then I go into the 4. Now look at the damage he's doing. And I always like to hit that 3 before I do the 4 skill. So you saw how much damage we just took there. That was bad, that was bad, that was bad, that was bad. And there you go. Now, here's the thing about Daredevil. Yeah, he's got some power, guys. I mean, stage 90, he's plowing through it pretty good, right? We are using Valkyrie for the 50% damage to supervillains. And by the way, the damage to supervillain is better than the 50% all attack that you'd actually get from Jessica, although I don't have Jessica leveled up yet, so that's why I'm not using her. But this is pretty decent. Is it as good as what you'd really want? Not really. In all honesty, stage 90... And his survivability is a bit of an issue, guys. Like, The heal is nice, but the heal would have been a lot better if, I mean, he does have guaranteed dodge, and I really think the rage would have made a difference because then his dodge would be pretty much maxed out. He would dodge a lot more often, and then it would increase his survivability, and he would get his heal way more often. He's got some power, he's got some good burst damage, he does a lot of hits, which is really nice. He's not that difficult to play, but you will find, like say I did the 3-4 first, right? I did my immunity, and then I went in straight into my invincibility on my 4. Well, you're not going to have any survivability at the end of the 5th skill. So that's why I like to go 3-5-4. It might not be the optimal rotation, and I'm going to work with it and try to change it up and see if we can do something better in the future. But honestly, in order to really keep him alive, that seemed to help. And I really think you're probably still going to have a healing striker for him, in all honesty, if his dodge is not maxed out. When he has a rage, which really sucks for me to say, but I think it's going to be optimal for him because he does have that long cooldown in the 5th skill. And again, the dodge is going to help him. But we're going to take on Knull. We're just going to try stage 2. And we're going to use Cyclops for the 35% increase of all attack. And then Valkyrie again. Now, if we had Iron Fist, we'd get 60% increase of all attack. We'd get 25% more all attack than what we'd have with this team. But this is stage 2. I have 66% physical attack, and I have 2% pierce. Now again, this might not be the optimal rotation. We have max ignore dodge because of Valkyrie and Daredevil's passive, and we're using 60% damage dealt to supervillains from the strikers. So that's a lot of damn help. And you know, this might not be the optimal rotation. Again, I didn't have a whole lot of time to practice him or play him. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the 3-4, and then the 5. And that proc came way late, which sucked. And do the 3-4 again. Tier 3, there we go. And the proc came at the beginning of the tier 3. And then the 3-4. Not bad, not bad. Now, if the symbiotes wouldn't have rose up and grabbed me, we could have done a little bit more damage. So we're going to do the 3-4 again. Really, I was kind of hoping the proc would trigger on the 5th skill, but it didn't. There we go, and there we put the proc on the 5th skill at the end of the tier 3. And that was some damn good damage. Whoa, that was some good freaking damage. Holy crap. That was good damage. So it looks like maybe hitting the 5 after you do the tier 3 is going to be a lot better. Again, guys, I'm still working with the rotation, still trying to figure out what I need to do here. So we'll try it again. Okay, now I'm going to hit that 3-4, and I'm going to cancel right into the tier 3. That's alright, that's alright, that's alright. By the time this thing finishes... Oh yeah, look at that. Not bad, not bad. I actually had a little bit better runs than this. And there I missed my damage accumulation from the 3rd skill. There we go. So not too shabby, not too bad, right? But it's really not as good as what you'd want. And again, you know, maybe I got to work on my rotation. Maybe I got to figure out a better way of doing this. But this really isn't all that impressive. There you saw me hit the 3-4-5. And that was pretty good damage. Not bad, right? Now I'm going to go ahead and switch because Daredevil can die very easily. If he gets hit by them spikes just twice, he will croak, my friends. He will croak. I'm just going to go ahead and go into the tier 3. There we go. Not too shabby. I really don't want to beat Knull, in all honesty. I'm kind of... Because, you know, I want to try to get to Mephisto. So we need to face those other world bosses. So here I'm just hitting a 3-4-5. And the proc didn't even trigger. So I'm really just trying to experiment in this run to see what's really going to work the best. We'll switch to Valkyrie. We'll run away, okay? I'm telling you guys, Daredevil will die if he gets caught in that. It don't take much for old boy. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, he's not supposed to be the most durable of characters, but he is supposed to be a character that can dodge about anything. Alright, come on, come on. Now, I was a little scared to try to tank that right there. So I'm going to hit the 3, 4, and then the tier 3. And... I mean, not bad, right? That's not too bad. But again, this is just stage 2. That's the thing. It's like, you really would expect more. To give you guys an idea of the power level of Daredevil, before I had 2% Pierce, Gambit could solo stage 4 without any support whatsoever, using a CTP of energy and having a regular ISO 8 set, non-awakened. See, I'm scared to sit in there because I'm afraid I'm going to die. Okay, come over here. And, you know, we are on pace to do this, but, man, I really would have expected more, in all honesty. But maybe I need to play a little bit more. Maybe I need to practice this rotation a little bit more. And there we got interrupted. We want to move away, move away, move away, move away, move away, move away. That fist skill does a lot of damn damage, man. Look at that thing. You see the burst damage from that thing? That's nuts. We're going to go ahead and pause it. I mean, we can definitely do this, guys. Look at this. We're down to stage 7. We're down to the almost 6 bar. We got 40 seconds left. We can definitely do this. You know, Daredevil does have invincibility on that 4th skill. He has invincibility on his tier 3. We could definitely get this clear. But, you know, you're going to have to ask yourselves the question, you know, do you think it's really worth it? And again, to be fair to Daredevil, I haven't played him a whole lot. I haven't worked out a solid rotation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be streaming on Twitch during the at today's reset, and we're going to be practicing with Daredevil and seeing if we can work out a good solid rotation for this guy in hopes to maybe do a little bit more damage. Because I really do love this uniform. I think it's awesome, but a big criticism that I have is I hate this long cooldown. I can't stand this long cooldown at all. I don't like it when they do this with characters. It's pretty annoying, and I really wish his heal was actually on one of his skills. I would prefer that over having a heal on the dodge, in all honesty, or if the heal on the dodge wasn't on a 9-second cooldown, because he's such a fragile character and he has a low HP pull. He can die so easy. This really should be on a 1-second cooldown, in my opinion. But let me know in the comments what you all think about that. Maybe a 4-second cooldown. Should you buy the uniform? Look, if you want to make Daredevil the best he can be, absolutely. Is he going to be a super strong character that's going to destroy Knull? So far, I don't think so. I don't think he is. I think he's going to be a decent character. But again, I need to practice with him more. I need to work out a better rotation, I believe, because I didn't have a whole lot of time to practice him. So let me know how you're all feeling about Daredevil, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.